the summer sale, I bought a couple of Yai Gameworks. I think I pronounced that right. I looked up last night how to pronounce it, and Yai was relatively around how they pronounced it. I'm not very good at pronouncing things, so I apologize. But I bought two games. I bought I forget what it's called, like the Chrism hooded girl or the red hooded girl, something like that. But this one really intrigued me and I've been looking for an excuse to play it. So we're gonna be playing Decaying Delicacy because I said so. Okay, this game is best enjoyed if you take actions that are truest to how you feel. Though it may be tempting to do what may seem like a morally correct thing to do, the game isn't designed to judge what's right or wrong. It simply wants your honest input and action. That's really interesting. As far as I understand, this is an experimental game, so keep that in mind. I'm gonna keep that in mind, especially if I don't like it, because any statement I make or review I make, I want it to be clear that my issue is not that he is trying to do style. I think it's great when creators do that. My issue would be how it is put out, how it works. We already did that. There's the scariest thing of all, vocal music, but do not fear, I promise you none of it will trigger demonetization. Oh my god. That's the scariest word of them all, apparently. Demonetization. There we go. Jesus Christ. Where am I? You're feeling rather groggy, having had a hard time concentrating. A voice across the table wants you to sign the form in front of you. You're having difficulty reading the text on the page. I mean, yeah, it's kind of just lines there. I don't want to criticize your document, but, all I see is lines. Okay, I might... no, I didn't mean to do that. What I meant to do was turn down the music, but what I did do is sign away my life, probably. I'm gonna turn it down to 20 so it's quieter than everything else, which is usually what I do with music. Hopefully that's okay on a viewer standpoint. A voice across the table wants you to sign the form in front of you. You're having difficulty reading the text on the page. As I said before, it's just lines. I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about that. Am I at a doctor's office? You feel like you shouldn't sign something in your current state, but you can feel the eyes from the person sitting across the table, staring daggers into you. What will you do? I'm not gonna sign it! Hold off signing the form. The figure across from you slants their eyebrows, clearly disappointed. You feel a pit forming within your stomach. Are you sure you won't sign the form? Why am I saying form? Are you sure you won't sign the form? I don't even know what it is. Of course I'm not signing it. You said there's no way in hell you're signing it. Yeah, exactly. Person across from you stands up. They motion for you to follow them. Two burly men step into the room, stopping at either side of them. You don't get a say in this. Oh no! Follow them down a hallway to a room. They open the door for you and motion for you to step inside. Take a step inside of the room. The door shuts behind you. What is going on? Where am I? This definitely is not a doctor's office. Oh, maybe they just kicked me out. That's fine. You can kick me out. This is definitely different from their other games, but it's kind of, sort of like Feast Your Eyes in style. I have a barrel. Yeah! Oh god, that is menacing. Hello? Are you okay, sir? You sound like an old man. I'm usually not one for beating up an old man, but if you... But if you continue to do that, I will beat the shit out of you because you're scaring me. I can't move. Okay, goodbye. It happened a long time ago, back when my life was normal. When it happened, everything became worse. Much, much worse. That's why I needed help. What's that? Did I just take drugs? Am I on drugs? Is this drugs the game? Is that what this is gonna be? I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. Wanderer, sweet child. Wash in the colors. Experience my bliss. Is the drug talking to me now? But I don't want to talk to you. I want to walk away. So. Don't eat me! I'll let it consume me. If it's hopeless, then I might as well. Hello? That's an interesting sound. Hello, lamp. I got candy! Wow! I feel so much better about myself now. I got a key, but I want to keep exploring, like an idiot. I don't care if I die. What are you? What are you? Up until then, I never sought out help. I considered myself a lone wolf. In truth, I probably just didn't want to bother anyone. But I started to see those things. What things? The drug trips? I mean, if you're taking drugs, that's probably why, but I don't want to oh. Sorry, I was, distracted. Please take that key. Where did you go? You're in the light now. I want the candy. Give me the candy. Let me through the door, please. Probably should have explored more, but said that over time life begins to feel as if it goes faster. Yet here I am, finally an adult, and time seems to stretch on for forever. The theory behind this is the more experiences you have, the faster your perception of time begins. That's the trick to it, perception. If you stare at a clock with a ticking second hand for long enough, then quickly look away and then back at it, it'll appear as if the second hand lingers for a bit longer than it's supposed to. That's because your brain has stored the pattern of the ticking clock hand within your mind. Your mind shows you, for just a moment, not the clock as it is, but how you remember it. Interesting. Your brain fills in the blank of what should be there with what you knew, not what is actually there. Oh shit! Oh no! No 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 no. There's two of you! Oh shit! Oh shit! Please don't be three. You guys can keep going back there. I'm just gonna get my candy. You know how I love candy. I think you're coming towards me. This is probably a bad way to go. Let me in, let me in. I know I once believed that I was in control, that I made my own decisions for myself, my actions the same. I trusted in what I saw, thought, and felt. Never considered that maybe my senses were not to be trusted. That who I am was a construct of who I believed myself to be. That the world that I was sold so completely on and would see before me every day was nothing more than... I think there's a candy each level. I think I only need to collect it. I couldn't concentrate on anything anymore. Was I just stupid? Try to keep any semblance of self, I forced myself to write within my diary. It was hard to focus, put what I was experiencing into words. I wanted to give up. Felt like a feeble attempt to clutch onto something. Anything that resembles what I was losing. But I kept at it because the constant low drilling of the mundane threatened to sink me into a sad pliancy. Not this again. Oh, I am moving. Watch it. Damn it, I got eaten again. How rude. Oh, I can push this thing? Ah! 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 Ah. Give me candy. Oh shit. Get out of my way, please! I stuck myself. Ah! Give it to me. No, you can't. No. Get out of my way. Ooh. Ooh. I've gotten into the habit of writing down the things that I experience. They say writing down your thoughts is good for your mental health. But then I suppose any sorts of stable routine accomplishes that. I keep it in writing as memories are lies. And something that's in the past is no longer the truth. The truth of that moment is forever lost. All that remains is you. At least in writing, it is the me of the moment that gets to say, rather than a later me who's lost the sensation of the scene. That is true. That's something we talked about when we did nonfiction. How you need to learn to write from the perspective of your old self, and you need to keep your future self's input out of it. Because otherwise it's not as suspenseful, it's not really a story, it's more of, you're just saying what's happening. It loses its effect, basically. The longer I live with that memory, the more decayed my past self becomes. If we can remember a dream or a thought we had simple traces of our mind's eye, then who's to say we don't also slip that into our memories? That is true. It's all filtered through our brain after all. Oh shit. La 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 la. I'm trying. I'm cool. I'm good. No, 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 no. This music is calming me down. For as long as that lasts, at least. Go, 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 go! Oh god. I'm stuck. Am I supposed to key at you? I'm completely numb. I don't care anymore. Just leave me be. I'd be better off if I wasn't around. I'm just bothering everyone for being so weak and needy. That's not true. That's not true. Oh god, I think I failed that one.
Hey, you there. I just have a few questions to ask you and then I'll be on my way, okay? I'm going to show you 7 photographs of people in beds, and you're going to tell me if you think that they're sleeping or if you think they're dead.
Well, that's a dark tactic.
To repeat myself one more time, I'm showing you 7 photographs, and you must tell me if you think if they're asleep or if they're dead. Got it?
I think they're all dead.
Let's get started.
They're probably all gonna be dead.
Do you think this person is asleep, or do you think that they're dead?
They look asleep.
Got it. How about this one?
Asleep?
Got it. I think you've got a handle on this. Good luck.
Asleep?
Got it.
They all just look asleep to me. I guess I'm in a good mental state. That one looks kind of dead.
Got it.
That one definitely looks kind of dead. But don't you open your eyes when you're... Well, I guess if you died in your sleep, you would have your eyes closed. Yeah.
Dead. Got it. Last one.
The fuck? That's definitely dead. Okay, thank you.
I thought we showed you more dead people than sleeping. I see, I see.
Did I?
Thank you for participating. I hope you have a wonderful day.
I will. Shit. They really just throw you. Oh. I don't know why I'm singing like a dog. Ooh. There's an invisible path. There we go. Take my hand to a magic land where all sin is forgotten. You can rest and play, avoiding the test and sway, for your world is rotten. Plug your ears, close your eyes, plead a little prayer, for he's got beers and she does leer, ready to treat you unfair. Well, that isn't great. Oh jeez, we're getting the darkest ending here, and that was accidental. I'm just bad at navigating. And my enemies can't be seen. Shit, 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 fuck, fuck. Shit, fuck, fuck, shit. Oh shit, dog. I'm gonna have to play this again and try to get good. Nothing will stay the same. I can hardly grasp what's going on anymore. My feelings overflow when I remember. Can't hold on for much longer. Can't fix this. I'm broken. No, you're not. That's not true. I'm not collecting mini candies because I keep fucking dying. Oh shit, where am I? Am I at a spa? No, read. I mean, I was depressed before all of this. Who isn't these days? The world's a depressing place. I had attempted to die a couple of times before, but I was doing better. While I was already having difficulty leaving my room, these deaths had made me a complete shut-in. Okay, so somebody died, and that gave them trauma, probably. I divorced outside of my room where things are never safe. At least in my room I can make it as safe as I'm able to. Even if I know I have no real control, I still feel safer here. Sleep terrifies me, however. Anything can happen in a dream. Try to sleep as little as possible. I can go days without sleeping now. But then the nightmares entered my waking world. I have to be awake now, right? Maybe? Wait, the key is behind the... What the fuck? You sat there dazed and confused. You find yourself back in that office, sitting in front of the form you didn't sign. The person sitting across from you is sitting completely still, but something about their face unnerves you. You've seen that face before, but no, you've never seen this face until today. Then why are you looking at you? Why are they looking at you like that? Why is their face so familiar? You're choking up. They're going to notice. They're going to see how screwed up you are, and then they're going to break the stillness. They're going to hurt you. You're choking. You're screwing up again. His face isn't their face, is it? You'd remember, wouldn't you? It was a dream. That's right, their face, you saw it in a dream before. But what's it doing right here before you? What are they doing? Sounds like they're dying. They're looking at you. Are they waiting for something? What do they want? An uncomfortable thought materializes in your head. What if they never woke up? What if you never woke up? Oh. So, were we attacked or something and we're like still in a coma? I'm too shy to join the Discord, that's the problem. I'm tempted to, but I'm shy. People scare me. I got ending C. I got the bad ending. I didn't know this had endings. I don't think there's any achievements for the endings, which is unfortunate. Yay! I got an ending. It was the bad ending, because I'm not good at games. I'm gonna continue from the first one, just for practice. I mean, this one's pretty easy though, but yeah, the other ones are kind of terrifying. Oh, no, 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 no. Get out of here. Get out of here with that following attitude. I just want to get through the door. If that's what I'm supposed to be doing. I need to go to the middle one. You're in the way. You're in my way. Wait, I thought this is where it was. Oh shit. Hello, ladies. Oh, it's random every time? Okay. No, 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 no. Get out of my way. Get out of my way. I'm going. Get out of my way. Nobody get me. I got my candy and I'm happy. The truth is, it's really hard to maintain a diary, and the longer it becomes, the less likely I am to ever read it. Even with all the time in the world, I don't think I'd read a diary that's too long, but there's so much for me to recount. Oh god, I get that with my writing. I don't do diary writing, but I do fictional writing, and like, it's like, yeah, it's like the further you get into a book, like the longer it is, and then you know you're like less likely to like actually reread the parts you like, which can be bad because reminding yourself of the writing that you like can actually be really helpful. See, my life, thoughts, and dreams have bled together. They're nothing more than mush now, a jumbled mess. The details of my day slip away from me as I write. I don't remember if what I saw was something that actually happened or a dream. I guess she means the murders. Okay, so I'm going to say they're all sleeping.
So, you think they're all just sleeping? How very trusting of you.
That might not have been the right decision. Okay, this one's really hard. I'm trapped, I'm trapped, I'm trapped, I am trapped. Ooh, okay. Ah, I don't know if I can do this. It's so hard. I'm gonna avoid you. Mini jerk. Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh la la. Some candy. I see it. Okay, you guys stay over there for me, would you? I hit the wrong button. Let me in. I did, yes! Been dying a lot recently. A disproportionate number of deaths, I'd even say. Of course I must be alive, I have to tell myself that, but each death feels so real, that I'm fine the moment after, just before it felt like reality. And if I don't die, I suffer for what feels like an endlessly long time. The pain is real, and the moment I do a test and do confirm it's all real. But then if that was real, then why am I fine now? It's interesting because it's like a whole dream versus reality thing, and how we can like panic so much, I think, that we can convince ourselves that horrifying dreams are real because we're just like so stuck in the moment of the dream, and then you wake up and you look back and you're like, if you can remember enough about the dream, you're usually like, actually, that was kind of weird. And then some dreams are just so realistic that, like, you just wake up feeling kind of like shit, because it's like, huh, that was like, I can't even say that about the dream because it felt so real. You should not be able to do that. Zeroing into my location. I think I'm fine. Okay. Shit. I'm kinda stuck. No, 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 no. Don't get me, don't get me, don't get me, don't get me. Did I get the— I did get the candy, didn't I? Didn't I? I'm naming this book my dying diary, because that's the true purpose of my writing. This all started 2 months ago, though it feels as if it were 2 years now. I tried my best to recall something, anything that may explain what's happening to me, but my mind won't even fill in the blank to give me a fake answer. My memories of the day it started are completely innocuous. I'm convinced the decay husk of the me from 2 months ago must be blocking something out if there's truly no meaning behind it, that this can occur with no rhyme or reason. Yeah, so I guess it's trauma. No, that's too terrifying a thought to even humor. I see the candy. Oh shit. It was a bad idea to go for the candy, but I'm going for the candy. I got a sweet tooth for you. You're coming onto my location and I don't like it. Fuck. Shit. Now I have to get back. That's going to be tricky. I should have taken this route. Shit. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. But so far I'm managing. Shit. Gotta outrun you. I couldn't see that in time. That's not good. It's fine, you can follow me if you want. Yeah! Doing anything has become scary. Do you know how many ways there are to die? You can be poisoned by your food, becoming a vomiting mess on your floor, rolling around in your raw vomit as your insides burn up. Or you could die by choking on said vomit before the poison gets you, tasting acid and foaming on the mouth as you starve for oxygen. That or you could slip on it and bang your head on a sharp edge, feel yourself lose your ability to move from the strike to the head. Maybe the food was fine, but not the way you handled the kitchen knife, feeling the blade pierce your skin and slice into your meaty insides. Maybe as you prepared the food, someone breaks into your home with a gun, a stalker that wants to torture you into doing unspeakable things. What if the floor above you collapsed suddenly on top of you, your eyes pop out and your teeth crunch, but somehow you survive, but pinned down with the weight slowly breaking your bones? Or a mosquito carrying a deadly disease snuck into your home and bit you. A slow, incurable death where you realize everyone is ready to abandon you. So many ways you can die. This is definitely what it feels like to have paranoia. If you don't do anything, you can die. You'd think you'd grow accustomed to death after experiencing it so many times, but no. I guess the human brain just isn't built to cope with that. The 1000th time dying was still just as terrible as the first. Yeah, so this could be like a dream thing, or it could be kind of like how paranoia can kind of make you feel like you're sleeping, because you like imagine like a million horrible things in your head, and then sometimes you can get that like mixed up with reality, and it's a very scary cycle to go through. Depending on how you die, your body may kick you full of adrenaline, your heart begins to pump faster, your brain freezes up, and I can only describe it as a scream. Your brain screams, you become helpless, clenched by the hand of death, and that clench is unbearably painful. Realize all your regrets, all the things you'll miss out on, all the things you never got to experience. It all floods in and becomes too much. Your body, mind, and soul all become plump as they let out a shriek. Your body, mind, and soul all become plump as they let out a shriek, and if you don't die fast enough, you'll soon be shrieking right doing with them. It never gets better or easier. In fact, it's only gotten worse as I can feel myself banging against the limits of what I can take. I am way beyond the barrier of my mental fortitude at this point and breaking down. We all want to believe we're in full control, but we're all way more fragile than we'd come to care to admit. It doesn't take much before your mind begins to turn against you, before you begin to crack. And the worst part is your mind rationalizes it all. The insane becomes your new normal. Yeah, that's true. That's like what I said. Like, if you don't know how to get out of that cycle, then you just keep doing it over and over again, and that just becomes reality to you. I asked you to breathe. You stuck a pipe in me? Let's both hang. So did I kill somebody? Oh god, I just want to die for real already. I want this to just be over. Why am I so weak, useless, and fragile? I keep on blaming myself. I don't know who else to blame. Did I do something to deserve all this? Am I already dead? Is this what death is like? I know you used to say I wanted to die, but I never imagined it'd be this terrible. And yet for how terrible it is, the moment after I die, when it's over, I'm completely fine. I even feel happy in that moment, complete utter bliss. Happy I'm not dead. I had to be alive and relieved I didn't die, yet I used to think constantly about death. I used to wish I was brave enough to take my own life. Is this my mind's way of punishing me for that? I now know I should have taken death as an escape. This is hell. So please just make this stop. Okay. Hello, spooky thing in the shadows. I am coming for you. Or I'm avoiding you. Bye! Oh no. I don't like any of this. This is an actual maze. What are you? You're a cabinet. Oh, this is like a house. What? Oh! Oh! Okay, that got me good. Oh. What? Okay, it's down there. Good to know. Should have immediately gone for the candy. Yep, you're on me. You're on my fucking ass. Leave me alone. Leave me alone, asshole. Oh, fuck off. What? I didn't even touch you. I forget where the candy is. Oh. Funny that you did that. You shitster. Oh, that's an ending. Thought I should check before trying again. That's interesting though, that the suicide ending might be the medium ending instead of the bad ending. Because I guess they were just kind of in a living hell over there. So I don't know if I'm supposed to take this literally or not. Ending D, the worst ending. Right, I don't actually know how many endings there are. I just realized that. Oh no. Fuck. He's caught on. He's caught on. He's caught on. He's caught up. Grab the key! No, 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 no. Okay, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. I just need to go down. I just need to go down. Oh shit. I just need to keep going down. I'm okay. Shh, 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 shh. I'm so stupid. I'm breaking down just writing this now. I'm afraid of death now, more so than before I experienced it. You could call me a coward and a liar. They're both true. I don't want to die. I dread one of these times I die. It'll be for good this time. That is how my life will end, drowning in death and misery. I'm losing it. I can't even tell what's real anymore. If it's a dream or real, please just make it one or the other already. I'm so tired, but I can't sleep. But even if I don't sleep, I still dream. Or is this all even real? Am I already dreaming? I don't know. I forget the details. My memory has been getting worse. But the scars don't go away. Even if I repress the memories, they somehow still affect me. And I can't ignore it. Death is always coming for me. I just want to smile again, and not a smile of relief from the immediate bliss of cheating death, but a smile from deep within myself from the good in life. I feel nothing good anymore. I know there's good in the world, but I just feel nothing towards it now. The things I once enjoyed, I don't anymore. I'm disappearing. Please let me save. What a surprising treat you are. Oh, you're so sweet, so delicate. I enjoyed savoring in my colors. Allow me to taste your flavors. I can't resist you. I feel you dissolve into me, licking you all like a lollipop. A sweet layer of skin, hiding a deliciously rotten core inside. You're dying, unfortunately, girl, but that's okay. I'm going to consume you. Going to lick your aching head. Was I just tortured by somebody that, like, broke into my house and tried to kill me? I'll fondle your body with my tongue. Give kisses to your sore feet. Have my taste buds savor your blood. We've always been connected, cheek and tongue. I want you to burrow into me like cavity. Can't help but gouge on you. Going to spoil myself with my decaying delicacy. That was scary. Couldn't let things end like this. I knew the joy of life, which is why the pain hurt. I could feel my gums going numb, but I can't let myself dissolve. Not like this. No! Oh, shit. I want to hear your words. I want to read your thoughts. I want to taste your sweat. We're both into each other's mouths. Like a kiss from within. I warmth inside my mouth. Me saliva wash your sin clean. Join into me, my delicate. Become I rather than we. Become me rather than you. You're decaying from the heart, you poor sweet thing. I think I just got the normal ending. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm gonna break for now. Yeah, which ending was this? I think it's ending B. The normal ending. Yeah, that's probably what everybody Yeah, I think it's dumb there's not a save point there. That's definitely something I would mention in the review. Otherwise, for closing thoughts, I kind of get what everybody's saying. I don't think it's a bad game. I just think it's not really notable next to his other games. Like, I think for an experiment with this kind of style, it's good. I can see the potential here, and I think if he did this for a more story, lore deep game, like, I think that would actually be pretty cool and pretty interesting. That being said, I hate the maze elements. They were in My Mouth is a Hole of Dirt. They were in Take the Dream IX. I just hate them because, I mean, For this one, you actually get an ending if you fail, and I think there needs to be a more streamlined way to retry. Instead of just immediately failing, I think the save capsule really should actually work for the last one because it is a pain doing level 9. I mean, I got really lucky to do it, which is why I don't want to try to do it again, because I would probably have to try to do it again over and over again to actually finally be able to, like, get past the tongue and complete the level and everything. But thank you guys for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and bye! Hello everybody! Welcome to the miserable Chrism hooded girl, and I'm gonna wait because the screen keeps doing something scary if you wait long enough. And it has been scaring the hell out of me as I've been setting up. I don't very well know what this game is about. I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting. I don't even know what that was. Did you guys see that? I'm gonna start a new game before it does it again. This game is not suitable for all audience. If you experience suicidal thoughts or sensitive to darker subject matter, it may be a good idea to not play this game. Take care of yourself. Don't put yourself in harm's way. There's your trigger warning. I might put one at the beginning if there's more specific topics. Oh god, I guess we're just entering the woods already. Oh no, I've done it again, guys. Don't capture my cursor. Thank you.
Once upon a time, there was a miserable girl in a crimson hood. Her mother was unwell, so the girl was sent away to go stay with her grandmother, who lived deep within the woods in a strange house. People say that around those parts there resides a monster called the Gobbler, who preys on the weak.
The miserable chrism-hooded girl had traveled a long way through the forest, but had finally come across a clearing of trees to get her bearings. She was tired, having taken a long day's walk to get here, but felt relief upon stepping out from the trees. This was where she was to spend the next year of her life. Grow up from a little girl into a fine woman. She wanted to become a woman so she could hurry back to her mother. She wasn't allowed to stay with her mother anymore, because her mother was no longer able to take care of her. As a little girl, it was decided she couldn't take care of herself. She was considered irreliable, weak, naive, irresponsible, childish, all words that she loathed. But if she could become a woman, then not only could she take care of herself, but her mother as well. Aww. Caught in her thoughts, the miserable chrism-hooded girl was slow to notice the figure standing in front of her. Hi! Oh, it's a fairy godmother thing. I don't trust you. The woman bowed down to her, a beautiful palace peeking out from behind her. Oh no, it's drugs. Welcome to my humble home, little chrism-hood, said the woman in a gentle, polite tone. I've been expecting you, she said with a soft smile. That's definitely a trap. The miserable chrism-hooded girl was in awe of her beauty. She was like a real-life princess. But she shook off her admiration, for that woman said puzzled chrism-hood. How do you know me? What is it that you want? Chrism-hood asked, sounding comparatively meek while having a hard time getting the words out. The woman looked puzzled for a moment, then resumed warmly smiling at her. Darling, this is your home, she beamed. It's definitely a trap. Please come inside. You must be awfully tired from your long trip. Chrism-hood couldn't deny that, as she did feel rather fatigued. But even so, she had come here for a reason, and that reason she couldn't forget. Madam, your offer is kind and your smile credible, but this is not my home, chrism-hood insisted. I pilgrimaged to go stay at my grandmother's, and this is where I must go. Oh, darling, you misunderstand, the woman responded. this is your grandmother's house. Chrism Hood was confused. She had imagined her grandmother's house to be a wooden cottage, or maybe at most a small lodge. But a massive castle? Am I secretly royalty? The woman continued, just come inside, and all of your questions shall be answered. I'm preparing a nice meal for the both of us. It'd be a shame for it to go to waste. Chrism Hood had her doubts, but admittedly a hot meal sounded amazing right now. Fine, I shall accompany you, but you better be telling the truth, Chrism Hood cautioned. The woman simply bowed her head, lifted her dress carefully, and then responded, I wouldn't dream of deceiving you, darling, she warmly stated. Yeah, you wouldn't dream of it, but would you actually do it, is my question. Come now, it's almost dark. Let's head inside. The woman led the way into the strange castle, opening its massive entrance doors with little ease. She seemed stronger than Chrism Hood had expected. That's a bad sign. Chrism Hood was a little uncertain, a little nervous, but maybe the life she had lived till now had trained her to be a little cautious. The miserable Chrism Hooded girl stepped inside of the peculiar palace. I must go to finish the dinner prep, but before I do, I have a task for you, darling, said the woman as she beckoned towards the door. You want to become a woman, is that correct? Do you have an aging spell? More than anything, Chrism Hood answered. Before you can walk the path of needles, you must tread the path of pins. There are 6 pins I've hidden in the rooms of the front hall of the palace. Find all 6 of them, and I'll let you in for dinner. Chrism Hood nodded, for finding 6 pins didn't seem too treacherous a task. Then I shall go and finish dinner. Good luck, Chrism Hood, encouraged the woman. This is probably going to be a terrifying task, actually. I disagree with you. Here I am. Oh no, it's the save eyeball. I know that eyeball. You can't disguise yourself around me. Why do you walk so slow, miss? There's something in the clock. Oh, it's a pin. Obtain the green pin. My vision is very starry. I think I might be drugged. It's a monochromatic painting of a girl in a field. Oh, that's from the beginning of this. I remember. It's the video. A giant pot. Not much else to say. What happens if we try to leave? I'm just curious. Can I leave? Nope. I can explore this room more though. A well-treated houseplant. This is probably the same. There's something in the bush. A needle! Oh, I mean a purple pin. Okay, I should probably be paying attention to the color of these pins. I'm sure it means something. Like, keys. There's nothing interesting about this plant. Well, good to know. I think so, if I don't see anything under its cushions. What's this? It's hard to see anything. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Here's the fairest of them all. You! Looking good, plant. There's something in the basket. Oh my gosh, it's the red pin, probably? Yeah, the red pin. I wonder if anything will happen if I stay still long enough. I feel like something's gonna come out of the darkness. The lamp is cute, but it's already pretty bright in here. Yeah, it's painfully bright. Like, I'm just afraid something's gonna appear in that darkness. It's like it did on the title screen. Because that was terrifying, and I don't even know what it is, and I'm too scared to look again. I don't know if this game has multiple endings or not. I'm gonna assume it doesn't until something happens to prove otherwise. Okay. Again, you're the Drift King. Kind of hard to control you. There's an empty picnic basket. What's this? Dessert? Shall I eat it? There's something stuck inside the doll. It's a doll. Well, that's a very weird looking doll. Blue, Sion pin, got it. I don't feel like reading right now. Well, I do, so, vetoed. You've been vetoed. It's black hole, nothing inside of it, though. I'm also waiting for the music to spook itself up. I didn't exactly follow that correctly, but I did my best. What the hell are you? It's pretty hard, but I probably shouldn't touch it. Don't want to break it. Why not? I would break it immediately. Cup of tea, but it's cold. Nobody likes cold tea, man. Looks to be alive and healthy. Or maybe that's just what you want to think. This plant is very cute. I don't know how a plant can be cute, but I'll take your word for it, buddy. A nice kept potted plant. Nicely kept, I suppose. This is indeed a potted plant. Now I'm gonna open the wardrobe. That was terrifying. I'm obtained a blue pin. I am so good at obtaining pins. This is apparently an exploration game, so I'm just doing my best to click on everything. This is not nice. Trash bin full of used toiletries. The watering can probably used to water plants around here. Yeah, maybe. An indoor plant that's been well maintained. I shouldn't mess with it. The plant looks nice and healthy. Okay, it's grass. Yeah, nothing too interesting here. A well-watered plant. I'm sure everything is fine. There's something in the washing machine. Oh, it's the last pin. I obtained the yellow pin. I should probably get out of here, but I don't want to. I don't want to touch the plunger. I want to explore and be horrified. I think, but I don't have to use it right now. What about the mirror? It's really broken. That's suspicious. Hello? Is anybody in here? Various walls to use while in the bath. Hello? Is anybody in the sink? There's a toilet. It's toilet, but I don't have to go. Better not mess with the toilet paper. I would inverse it. It's bathtub, but I'm good if you're sure. I don't think the bathroom is good, even if you're good. Collected all 6 pins. It's time for dinner. Hi. Prism Hood was a bit restless after her long treasure hunt. That was pretty boring, I've gotta say, Prism Hood complained. The woman was waiting behind the door, still with a quaint smile across her lips. You're still but a child, Prism Hood, the woman politely stated. Becoming a woman isn't about fun, you know. In fact, one might even say that becoming a woman is one of the hardest things you can do. Prism Hood was confused. Why do you say that? Aren't women glad to be women? The woman just looked at the Prism Hood. That depends on the person, she said simply. I mean, that's true. The woman, since Prism Hood didn't quite understand, so she quickly changed the subject. Dinner is now ready. Please come and take a seat, darling. Where's the table? You did good to collect all of the pins, Prism Hood, the woman said over dinner. But I don't think you're quite ready. Oh, I guess that is the table, okay. But I don't think you're quite ready for needles. They prick and make one bleed. Not everyone is ready to bleed. You're taking this a bit too intensely. Don't mind bleeding none. I think blood's kinda cool, Prism Hood responded. Okay, that's intense. You gotta be careful with what you eat, the woman warned. Am I eating needles right now? If you eat too much of the wrong stuff, your teeth will simply begin to rot away. Don't mind brushing my teeth. The toothpaste is rather sweet, Prism Hood asserted. Prism Hood's like, I am not letting you piss on my parade over here, okay? I'm happy. Your beauty won't last forever, you know, the woman stated. Your skin will begin to get wrinkly and loose. Your hair will grow all over your body and you'll eventually become unsightly. Look, there's nothing wrong with body hair, okay? It's just a beauty standard. I don't care what others think. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me, Prism Hood proclaimed. Good on you, Prism. Good on you. You're too much of a child, Prism Hood, the woman sighed. I mean, if you think that becoming an adult is just being depressed about everything and hating yourself, then sure, stay a child. There's so much that you don't understand. Then help me become a woman and better understand, Prism Hood replied. You haven't even touched your food, the woman noticed. It's because I don't trust you. That's an interesting meal. It doesn't look good. I don't think I'll like it, Prism Hood complained. If you want to grow into a woman, you must do things that you don't want to do. The woman spoke in an almost pompous way. She is very pompous, and I don't like her. I say we sick her. And you can begin that journey by eating your dinner. Jenhead looked over and examined her food. It didn't look very appetizing to her. I wouldn't eat it. She wanted to be a woman, but she figured she could skip this step. Of course, the woman pretended to eat it, but secretly threw the scraps on the table. She hoped that the woman wouldn't notice. Feed it to the doggy, unless it's bad. Is there a dog here? The woman stared intently at Prism Hood from across the table. The look the woman was giving her made Prism Hood a bit uncomfortable. Would you stop staring at me? The woman spoke suddenly. I heard that life with your mother was quite miserable, she aired. It wasn't that bad, Prism Hood said, shifting a bit in her chair. I heard that you were diagnosed to be mentally ill, the woman commented. I don't like that label. Many people don't understand what it means, Prism Hood said as she swung her feet. I mean, that's very true. That's unfortunately very true, especially when it comes to children, because people tend to... I don't know how to say this, but... For one, people tend to pity children a little bit too much when they have a mental illness, which... Like, hearing all the time that your life sucks because you have a mental illness doesn't help anything. I don't know who needs to hear that, but don't do that, especially for children. If a child wants to look at the bright side of things, I think you should encourage that. But also, it's because of their nature as a child, it often also means that adults actually don't listen to their problems or just kind of con it off on the mental illness and don't actually fix the problem because they just think that you can just kind of wash away mental illness and then that'll make the child's life amazing again. It's like, no, you have to actually fix these things. They're still important to a person. So, yeah, good point. I heard that you don't have any friends, the woman said simply. It's because I have trouble fitting in, and many haven't learned empathy, Chrism said, while fidgeting with the tablecloth. I mean, she's very smart, this Crimson. I mean, I feel like she's smart because she had to mature early because of what happened to her mother. All of that is surprisingly mature of you, the woman observed. Yeah. Did your mother teach you all of that? The woman thought about it for a moment. These phrases and beliefs had not come from her mother, but then from where did they originate from? Yourself. It was like something she just knew deep down, but hadn't always known. Is that like a... What, are you holding something there? At some point, it had been ingrained into her, but by thinking about it, her mind began to associate, like a trail of breadcrumbs. She began to recall her past. Oh, I think that was just a star from the... yeah. Once upon a time, there was a miserable chrism-hooded girl. Oh no, that's from the title screen. Now I'm scared. Miserable chrism-hooded girl was daughter to the Queen of Crows. As crows, they were scavengers, living off the meager scraps they could get. The queen was gentle with the miserable chrism-hooded girl, offering physical love readily, such as hugs and kisses. Aw, that's good. The queen always seemed ashamed she couldn't offer much more than that. Aw, you're trying your best. My daughter, I'm sorry I cannot give you more. I'm sorry that all I can give you are scraps. I'm sorry that I've infected you with the sickness. The Queen of Crows would lament. The miserable chrism-hooded girl did not see it that way, however. Her mother gave her lots of love, more than her fill. Plus, the miserable chrism-hooded girl was fine with scraps. And the girl blamed herself for catching the sickness. Aww. There's that element of it too, where parents often blame themselves and don't realize that by tossing around blame, that the child is probably blaming themselves because they don't want to see their parent feeling guilty about it. You know, and it's like you shouldn't, no blame should really be cast unless there is like an obvious culprit, like a trauma or something. That's where you should pass the blame. But otherwise, you know, it's definitely, if you're too miserable about it, then the kid will feel that way too, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Miss Little chrism-hooded girl was once happy, but those happy memories became harder and harder to hold on to within her head. Sickness clouded her mind like rain clouds, and it almost never stopped raining in her mind. Like most sicknesses, it was invisible, and like most invisible things, many didn't believe in it. Yeah, that's with the mental health, that's like it too. And like most things people don't believe in, they decide to make a mockery of it instead, yeah. Other girls harassed the miserable chrism-hooded girl. Fatigued from the struggles in her own mind and without too much to show for herself, she became an easy target for those trying to climb the social hierarchy ladder. Look how run down her shoes are, one girl would say. The shoes were the best her mother could afford, of course, and the chrism-hood loved them because they were from her mother, but felt shame from the girl's words. Why do you hardly say anything, freak? Another girl would chime. The miserable chrism-hooded girl has come to this school with no friends and was a bit shy. She wasn't experienced in how to socialize, and the mean words made her afraid to reach out. That too. I'm sorry, but there's such good commentary here, where it's like, children usually don't feel as bad about situations as adults do, so the issue is the adult then puts that negative thought into their head, and then they might deal with bullies or something that then kind of makes it seem more of a real, you know, rather than looking on the bright side of things and teaching them to look on the bright side of things and looking on the bright side of things themselves, is what I noticed. And also just that, I had this experience too. I was very shy. I didn't have much experience with socialization. So the kids always made very bad assumptions about me because I was just kind of asocial and I wasn't, I'm also just not very good at reading, like, social cues and things, and just all of that, or emoting. I have this thing where I can just like tell a joke and I'll say it so straight faced that people actually think I'm serious and don't think I'm telling a joke. I don't know if any of you guys have experienced that. And by, you know, you don't want the kid to feel too different because you don't want them to be upset, but also I think a lot of parents kind of miss out on the opportunity of teaching them why they're different, and that, you know, they can love how they're different, you know, and they might have these certain experiences, but they can appreciate themselves for that, and they can be merciful on themselves as they learn. And then so when they are faced with like bullying, it's very unexpected and it's very hurtful because they don't understand where it's coming from and how other people are expected to be, you know, in social norms, and kind of why they're BS. Obviously, it's hard to explain this to a child, but you're just a lazy, ugly girl, the other girl sneered. The mistletoe hooded girl struggled with these words. They made her feel bad and full of self-doubt. Was she really just lazy? Was she really worth anything if she struggled to do simple things? Yeah, this too. Oh my god, it's just... wow. Maybe she was the bad one who didn't deserve to be happy. That possibly the reason she had started to dislike herself was because she was unlikable. Aww. The clouds in her mind became heavier and stormier. The bullying became harsher and more frequent. Over time, it all chipped away at the crimson-hooded girl, bit by bit. She wanted it all to stop. She became convinced that this was all herself, and it's impossible to escape yourself. She thought it'd be her fault that she was so weak and horrible, but even like this, she still wanted things, and this made her hate herself even more. Yeah, she found it so hard to muster the power and will to try and connect with others. The little crimson-hooded girl began to isolate herself. While the crimson-hooded girl had been caught up in her headspace, the woman had snuck up on her, grabbing her by the hand to lift her up from the chair. Crimson Hood was caught very much off guard. You don't have to think too hard about it, darling, the woman comforted. You're safe now. The past is the past. Crimson Hood thought over her words for a minute as something didn't seem right about them, and pieced together what was bothering her about it. Yeah, because you gotta think about these things. You gotta, you know, come to terms with them. One can't so easily forget the past, nor should they, Crimson Hood reasoned. Bruises will darken, wounds become infected, and scars leave a mark if you don't attend properly to their recovery. Yeah, Crimson Hooded girl. I'm here for you. The woman paused, clearly, and thought of what to say before continuing. But the mind can be a cruel place of unreality, the woman finally went on to say. I mean, that's true. It can draw parallels to things we don't want to think about and ensnare us into a trap of anxiety. I mean, that's true. But, you know, part of that is seeing what's real and what's not real, what's paranoia and what's not. Even us adults are just barely beginning to grasp the truly dreadful weight of anxiety and how it affects us. And add that to our mind constantly lying to us, the truth of that is literally always right in front of our faces, so we hardly ever get to see our noses, but they're always there within our vision. Our mind just blocks it out. Our mind doesn't show us the truth, but it processes a personalized version of it, and the mind can become a cruel place if it begins to cast a shadow on itself. But fixing the shadow, you can't fix it if you just ignore it. The woman's answer was a very serious one, but Crimson Hood didn't know what to say. Seeing Crimson Hood standing a bit awkwardly, the woman continued to just smile at her and held the girl's hand up to her bosom. Sorry for laying all of that on to you. I said too much. Come now, we've had our dinner, so now it's time. There's something stowed away deep within the castle that I'd like to show you. Oh, jeez, that's not good. So yeah, I kind of get it. It's like both her mom and the grandmother are kind of examples of adults that almost have it right, but adults that just haven't fully grasped it, so they just kind of make the situation worse. You know, because it's like she's not wrong, but she's not seeing the full picture of if you never address these things within yourself, probably because she isn't, then that just gets worse, you know. And then the mother was just felt so like guilty that she couldn't even realize that the guilt she was casting on herself to try to help her daughter actually ended up making her feel worse in the long run. Crimson had followed the woman through the halls of the castle. The halls were vast but almost entirely empty. The amount of empty space almost felt as if it had a weight to it, applying pressure that made one more aware of how they themselves appear. It was making Prism Hood self-conscious. The large emptiness almost felt as if it were an iris of an eye. Maybe sensing the girl's discomfort, the woman started some small talk. "How are you, Prism Hood?" the woman asked. "That's a terrible way to start a conversation," Prism Hood responded. "All the pressure's on me to give a good answer is to not trap us into an awkward social dead end where neither of us knows how to continue." "I mean, she's right." "I suppose you're right," the woman resolved. "But would there happen to be something you'd like to talk about?" Cosimo thought of something she had been meaning to ask in the meanwhile, but was a bit frightened to actually do so. Something about putting the question into words terrified her. However, it needed to be said, so she gathered up the courage to speak. "I've been meaning to ask you this, ma'am, but are you my grandmother? Earlier you said this was your home, and my grandmother's home, and my home as well, but I haven't seen or heard another soul the whole time I've been here other than you. You have white hair, but it's so beautiful. You don't look to be all that much older than I. So are you my grandmother, my grandmother's aide, or who are you exactly?" Oh no. Oh. Oh no. Are you depression? Oh. Oh no. Don't look at me like that. Where the fuck am I? She did not like that. Behind us, the Avarice. Before us, the Acadia. Okay. And through the pretty grass. Everything is probably fine, but probably not. Hello. Weird thingy. Oh. Are we outside the castle? Did she just kick me out? That's very petty. Oh, it's getting darker. Hello? Hello, miss. All winter through I bow my head beneath the driving rain. The north wind powders me with snow and blows me black again. At night, neath a maze of stars, I flame with glittering rhyme and stand above the stubble stiff as mail at morning prime. But when the child called spring and all his host of children come, scattering their buds and dew upon these acres of my home, some rapture in my rags awakes, I lift void eyes and scan the skies for crows, those raving foes of my strange master man. I watch him striding lank behind his clashing team, and know soon will the wheat swish body high. Where once lay sterile snow, soon shall I gaze across the sea of sun-begotten grain, which my unflinching watch hath sealed for harvest once again. I feel like something is coming closer to me. Hello. World? Oh no, this is a familiar sight, and I don't like it. Hello. You see nothing but darkness down the well. Maybe I should jump into the well. Maybe that's the solution here. Not in a suicide way, but in an escape way. Like, maybe there's something down there, you know? Besides, wherever the heck we are. Well. Strange rock with an odd symbol on it, and I feel like I should know that symbol, but I don't. I want to show me something deep inside the castle. What does she want to show me is what I want to know. From before, just a bit different. Yeah, it's kind of tilted. Should I be writing down how they're tilted? Because... here we go again. So straight, and then I think that one was like to the left or something. I don't know if it actually means anything or if it actually matters, but I like feeling important and writing things.
What was once before you, an exciting, mysterious future, is now behind you. Lived, understood, disappointing. You realize you are not special. You have struggled into existence, and are now slipping silently out of it. This is everyone's experience. Every single one. The specifics hardly matter. Everyone is everyone. So you are Adele, Hazel, Claire, Olive. You are Ellen. All her meager sadnesses are yours. All her loneliness, the gray straw-like hair, her red raw hands. It's yours. It is time for you to understand yourself.
Ah. So yeah, I like this. It's like talking about how people make growing up like such a monster, and by doing so, they actually are the ones that make it that horrifying. Prism Hood, don't wander off now. There's something I must show you, remember? It is deeper within the castle still. Please follow me. I don't know if I want to. Like, maybe I just want to go to bed. You're right, I'm tired and I have traveled long. What are you waiting for? Do not be afraid. This is important for both you and I. I shall show you the way, so please follow me. You could just run. You want to become a woman, right? I promise you this will help you grow up. Oh no! I'm so scared this is going to become a conversation about trauma. It'll lead you onto the path of womanhood. Like the idea that, like, to become more adult you need to be traumatized, which isn't true, by the way. If you listen, I'll let you play with needles. You would like that, right? You're a very strange child. I know you're tired of pins. Then come with me, I'll show you the needles. Which are probably like the bad things in life, I assume, and I don't think I want to see them. It's a body mannequin. Oh no! I hear a heart. Why are we over here? Look at the balloons. It's some balloons that are tied down. Wow! I can't believe. I'm so excited that that's what you wanted to show me. I love balloons. Aw. There's more. I was really hoping it was the balloons, man. It's a baby cradle. I don't like it. I don't either. I don't like the implications here. There's just a stump in the middle of the room. Oh, okay. Big cushion chair makes me feel very small. I am a tiny person. Okay, those are nothing. Can I go back? Where am I? A pink birdcage with nothing inside of it, but it's locked. Yeah, it's like, fed but not sleepy. I feel like this is gonna be about, like, female expectations, maybe? Like, about beauty, and then there's motherhood. I don't know what this means exactly. There's like the bird cage, which is like, you know, feeling stuck inside of it. Just a pile of rubber. Tire just sitting around. It's just hanging around, man. It's a car tire. Stack of car tires. Somebody took out a middle piece from inside the car tire. That's very rude of you to do, the car tire. A lone tire. Oh, I can see myself more. I look a little bit beat up. Honestly. Look at that rainbow. We're so fabulous. We have a freaking rainbow. A stage light but it's not turned on. Yeah, that too. Like, you feel stuck in the role. Stage light but it's not turned on. This is just all conjecture, but this is how I feel about this game, and it's why I'm enjoying it so far. It's also why I'm terrified. Empty sharpening cart, but its wheels have been locked into place. Yeah, that too. Again, the female expectation. A mirror for beauty. A mirror's foggy. I can't see anything in it but glass. There's nothing interesting in the cabinet. I large search doors, but they're locked. The door is locked. Can't get in through that way. No, I wanted to explore more. But that's fine. A strange slab of some kind. Oh no, is that a ritual sacrifice? Where am I now? If another video starts playing, I'm going to start screaming out of terror. Prism Hood entered a blindingly bright outdoor terrace. Okay. A lone cloaked figure stood at the edge of a balcony looking out at the clear blue sky. Is this my grandmother? Prism Hood was hesitant, but decided to approach the figure. Are we all worded people? Excuse me, grandmother? Is that you? It's gonna turn around and she's not gonna be your grandmother. Oh no, I saw you in the video. Go away. Crimson Hood laid her eyes on me for the first time. You're the narrator? I looked back at her. I began to truly notice her features. What small eyes you have, I said. Crimson Hood looked at me with a look of bewilderment on her face. What? Crimson Hood brought herself to say in confusion. Uh-oh, what big cheeks you have, I said. The better to pluck at, darling, I continued. You're not my grandmother, are you? Crimson Hood said in a panic. And what round ears you have, I said. The better to hear in the dark, I suppose. Who are you? Crimson Hood was frozen in place. What beautiful tongue you have, I said. I don't like what direction this is going. Better to lick those hard-to-reach excuse me. Get away from me, Crimson Hood screamed. This really is just about trauma. What a soft throat you have, I said. I wonder how sensitive it may be. Please go away, Crimson Hood sobbed. You need to run, girl. Let's go back. Oh, no. Suppose you're still becoming a woman. Yeah, so this is why you should back up. Zoe struggled and stepped back while I watched. Don't come any closer, Crimson Hood cried. Yeah, what a firm belly you have, I said. That's right, I am strong and I can stomach anything. Don't make me punch you in the face. Oh, yeah, this is exactly the direction that we're going. And with that, Crimson Hood ran. Yeah, run. Run, girl, run. This is bad. There's, like, such commentary about that, too. This has such good commentary about, like, how, like, actually, like, predators can be very unassuming when they write content and when they put content out there. But, like, eventually that reveal happens and you're like, I can't believe I actually supported this, creator. Not saying this creator as in Yai Gameworks, but he has good commentary on other creators that are like this, and then, like, you realize, oh god, the person who was telling the story was actually very predatory, and yeah, they might have made some good points, but then it gets to that point where it's like, oh no, they, like, really twisted it, and it's horrifying. And I watched. Okay, good, stay put. I will murder you if you come near Crimson Hood, that's what I'll do. But yeah, I mean, that, that's moving, and I need to, stay inside it, I think. Oh, don't leave without me. I need you to maybe come down a bit. Yeah, thank you. So I can more clearly get to, shit, where am I? Okay, we're fine. Everybody's okay. But that, too, is, like, the whole, like, female exploitation thing that, like, really fits into it as well. You know, because, like, people act like part of being a woman is being desired, but people don't actually realize that, like, people saying that is actually really predatory. Oh no, where do I go? But yeah, that it's just really predatory, and it's basically just propagated by creeps. Balloons! Wow. That's a lot of balloons. I feel like they're leaving me somewhere and I don't like it. So they look kind of like, I thought they were roses at first, but I think those are supposed to be balloons. Although those do look kind of like roses, but considering the little round thing that's holding them down, I think they're supposed to be balloons. Wind chimes? Again, if a video starts playing, I'm gonna scream. Be ready for it, guys. I mean, this game is really uncomfortable, but I feel like it's really uncomfortable because it makes some really good points. Where it's like, oh yeah, our whole, like, thought process around growing up is actually really creepy, and we should, like, do something about that. I'm going to rip your head off. Don't smile, Emmy. I'm gonna rip it off. My poor little miserable crimson-hooded girl, you look upset and tired. Please come and sit with me. No, fuck you. I don't know you. You're mistaken, Crimson Hood. You do know me. You know what I mean when I say I don't know you. You've known me for a long time, and you'll come to know me. All of us change, darling. Yeah, for the worse. I don't seem to change fast enough, I'm afraid. Yeah. I feel like I'm standing still. It does. Oh god, it does feel like that. Perhaps you are. Yeah, because that just means you're, like, stable as a person. That's the thing. Come closer and I'll tell you a secret. Don't do that. Oh, okay. No, I'm not coming any closer. No, closer. No. Oh, unless I could come closer to, like, tear off that ugly face of yours. I'm in the room now. Oh, shit. Darling, come closer. You're not even there anymore. Don't darling me. You're still oh so young. Anyways, I've got a secret for you. It's about the path to womanhood. There's a box down below here. That's what you're looking for. It's important. I wouldn't listen to her anymore. Why is it so hot in here? Do you not have any AC? That's just you feeling its warmth. That thing that's consuming me, you need to go down the hole in this room. It looks too steep and dark. I don't think I can. They're so much smarter than all the other main characters that are like, well, guess I have no choice. I'm gonna go down this hole. Well, wait a minute. I'll go hold a rope for you. No, I'll hold my own rope. Oh shit. Don't strangle us, please. Just remember, down that hole is a box. That box is yours. You're about ready to play with needles. Good. I need to stab both of you. But I hope you're ready to play with fire. I am. I'm gonna burn you. I'm gonna burn both of you. You get ready, lady. I'm coming with some fire. Forget needles. What I need is a knife. Give me your sharpest knife and I'll be happy. Oh shit. He said something about hearing in the darkness, so I think I gotta listen. Okay, there's a path. I don't think I should follow it, but for story purposes I probably should. But maybe I need to get off the path and follow those sounds, because I think it's repeating. Or not. Creak. That's a box. It's for me. Okay. What's in the box? Better not be you, bitch. A ring? Oh god, are we talking about marriage now? There's something small fitting there inside of the box. Don't put it on. Invisible Crimson Hood, good girl, picked it up. It's too late? Well, fuck. I think I just got initiated into a cult. It's too late to what? Crimson Hood threw the ring across the room. You go, girl. She was filled with a pure, unadulterated terror. I would be too. I am too. But that's impossible, Crimson Hood shouted. Who put this here? Oh, I get it. It's the crow because of her mother, but... I came out of the oh no! Oh shit. Can you go away? I don't like you. You! It was you, wasn't it? Are you the gobbler? Crimson Hood said while shaking. I merely laughed. I didn't do anything. You did everything. Shut the fuck up. I'm not the gobbler, but I am inside of him. How does that make any logical sense, sir? Sir. That doesn't make any sense, Crimson Hood yelled. Yeah. Where is she? You walked right into her, darling, I said. This is your fault. No, it's your fault. Look at it. Oh no, yeah, it's just, I feel like my skin is burning. That's because we're dissolving, Crimson Hood. But that's okay after all. I like your blood boiled, is that what you said? I think we died. Holy shit! That was another very short experience, similar to Decaying Delicacy, but I think that one actually did a lot with his runtime and like actually had pretty good themes and actually felt as if it mattered. I don't really get the ending. I think that's kind of weird and kind of went against, like, the themes. Not against, but, like, seemed to be trying to put the themes into, like, an actual story. And then it kind of didn't hold up because it was mostly metaphorical most of the time, but that was actually really good. I mean, it was real and soul-crushing, but in a good way. That was actually really good. I'm glad I bought this game. I'm not exactly sure how to review it, but I will find out how to give it a good review, and hopefully more people will buy it. I mean, because of the themes and, yeah, personal take on Little Red Riding Hood, because of the themes, I just don't really think this is something I would replay, or it's my favorite Yai game. Yeah, Yai Gameworks game. But that doesn't change the fact that it was still very good. If this says ending after this, I'm gonna scream. I threaten to scream a lot, as you probably noticed. Okay, I don't think it will. Maybe. It's probably gonna jump scare me, and I don't like that.
As the people who adore you stop adoring you, as they die, as they move on, as you shed them, as you shed your beauty, your youth, as the world forgets you, as you recognize your transience, as you begin to lose your characteristics one by one, as you learn there is no one watching you, and there never was, counting off time. Now you are here, it's 7:43. Now you are here, it's 7:44. Now you are gone.
Light shines through. I take notice each time. It reminds me of your heart. It stays beating. We will die far too soon. We'll go on to the moonlight.
And oh geez, I'm gonna have freaking nightmares. Holy shit. Yeah, I was right. I was so right. I'm quitting. Ah!